On BGSU Falcons, this is 5 Minutes With, and today's guest is Derek Spencer, third baseman and a senior on today's program. And Derek, just want to kind of get to know a little bit about the player that's outside of the diamond. So for you, I believe that there's a little bit more that goes into selecting your approach music going up to the plate. And of course, you have a very vibrant song. And can you tell us what that is and how you came to choose that?
Yeah, it's Never Gonna Stop by Ozzy. Just a big classic rock fan. I got started early with my dad when I was little and haven't been able to shake it.
Is that something that you listen to a lot of off the field, a lot of classic rock, or is there any other genre of music that you kind of dwell into?
Yeah, it's mostly classic rock. I dabble with rap here and there, and unfortunately, I'm getting into the country mix too.
You say unfortunately, what's up with that?
I wasn't a big country guy coming into college, and I haven't been able to get away from it since I've been here, so it's starting to grow on me a little bit.
All right, so you play the hot corner down there in third base, and there's a lot of talents that go along with playing that. You know, as someone that plays it, what are some of the abilities or some of the strengths that a third baseman must have to be successful?
Reaction. You just got to, just be ready at all times. If you're not ready, it could turn disastrous for you, depending on where the ball's hit, but yeah, I guess you can't be afraid of the ball either. I mean, sometimes you have no choice but to just drop down and block it. So, yeah, but I'd say reaction is probably the biggest thing. Just be ready.
So, in a sense, you're almost playing catcher down there on third base. You got to be able to knock it down
with no pads. So, yeah, exactly.
All right. So, talking a little bit more about what you do off the diamond, because baseball has a few more off days than say basketball or whatnot. But what do you do just to kind of relax, detox in between games?
Eat. I like to eat, so I do that a lot. Just kind of hang out, relax, watch movies. That's about it. Tackle the books when I need to, and yeah, that's about it.
So you talk about the movies. What exactly is your favorite type of movie, or maybe a top 5 list of Derek Spencer's?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies. It's a lot. It's a long list to go through, but I like comedies. Pineapple Express. I don't know. There's a ton of Wedding Crashers, stuff like that. Hot Tub Time Machine is a good movie. I recommend you go see that. But yeah, I like all kinds of movies, thrillers, comedies, all that kind of stuff.
Now, we just took a nice little 3-hour bus trip to Notre Dame the other day, and of course we got rained out, but you know what? That's an extra 6 hours on the bus that you get to spend. So maybe what is the best thing about a road trip with your teammates that you can remember?
It's just all kinds of stuff. Just the jokes that we play on each other, and just the humor, that like the inside humor, I guess, locker room humor, I guess you could call it. Just I don't know. It's just a good way to build team chemistry and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not fun getting there and not playing though. That's the only thing.
All right. So obviously this season started off just a little bit slower than what you would expect, but you have really turned it up in the last 2 weeks of play. Is there something that maybe clicked or something you switched and tweaked that really led to this, or is this just Derek Spencer coming hot?
Yeah. I don't know. I've always gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, not quite this slow in the past, but I think I was making adjustments all along. It's just they weren't the right ones, and finally I just started to relax and I guess not get myself out more so than the pitcher getting me out. So just tried getting my pitch and putting good swings on it.
I'm going to put you in the coach's hat right now. Obviously, you've kind of gone through this season where you went through a little bit of a tough time, but you've turned it around. If you were seeing somebody that might be slumping a little bit, what is some of the advice that you kind of give to that individual?
Just relax. I heard it from our coaches the whole time that I was struggling too. Just relax, and it's kind of hard to grasp when you're the one going through it because you think you are relaxing, but really you're not. And just clear the mind, and start from scratch. Can't get any bad habits that way. So that's pretty much it. Relax.
So you're turning it on at the right time, right at the right point of the season, really. And so now we're going into a very integral series with Kent State and leading into that tournament. This is the time of the year that means the most to coaches and players. You've been through it 3 times before. So what's key for yourself and for your team, sustaining the success that you're having?
Sticking with the same theme is just relax. Just play our game. It's a big game, but you can't treat it any bigger than it is. We just got to take it one game at a time, which we've been doing and having success with. So we can't look at the tournament right now. yeah, Friday is the most important game of the season. So go
All
from
right,
there.
no more tournament talk, I promise. So here's the last question for you. Last year, you were a late round selection for the Kansas City Royals. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like to have your name called upon, or even get some kind of a notification to say a major league team wants you. So can you kind of tell me what it's like to be called upon?
Yeah, it was actually kind of surreal in like the setting that it was in, because we were actually on a road trip down in North Carolina, and I got the call and I was in the middle of ordering my sub at Subway. And he called and said, "Hey, congratulations, you've been selected in the 45th round." I was pretty ecstatic. Like I couldn't really finish my order. I didn't know what I wanted anymore. So it's definitely a good feeling though, just to to know that you were wanted at the next level. So it's pretty cool.
Well, this has been Derek Spencer, senior third baseman for your Bowling Green State University Falcon baseball team. Derek, thank you very much for taking the time, and roll along and go Falcons, right?
Thanks for having me.
All right.